Do you feel like a victim and like you have no control of what goes on around you? Do you feel helpless and out of choices? Well, today I'm here to tell you how to stop being a victim.
Inspira Central. Inspira Central. Inspira Central. Inspira Central.
Hello, fellow Inspirers. Welcome to Inspira Central. My name is Monica and I'm the Chief Inspirer herself. It is so good to have you here. Today I'll be talking about how to stop being a victim. Do you feel like a victim and like you have no control of what goes on around you? Do you feel helpless and out of choices? Well, today I'm here to tell you how to stop being a victim. Victims are people who have no control over what goes on around them. Victims are people who let circumstances and people determine what happens to them while they look on or are bystanders in what happens around them. So victims do not have any real influence over what happens to them. Now, what is the disadvantage of being a victim? Like the word goes, you would be a victim. It means that people will take advantage of you. It means that people get to decide your fate. They get to decide what happens to you, where you go, how you spend your time, how you use your energy, how you use your resources. And this means that you actually don't have any kind of authority or say-so over your own life. It means that you are underneath these people. It means that you do not have sovereignty. That's like saying you don't have agency, you don't have control, you do not have any kind of independence. You are dependent on people. That is what a victim is all about. That is what a victim suffers. Now, what actually makes people victims? Well, people become victims for different reasons. Now, when I'm saying victims, I want to be clear that I'm not talking about victims of natural occurrences like tornadoes and all that. I'm talking about victims of day-to-day situations where you should ordinarily have control. So how do people become victims, like I was saying? People become victims first and foremost because it starts in their heads. They tell themselves that they have no real control. They tell themselves that people should make decisions for them while they accept whatever other people give them, while they receive whatever other people hand out, whatever decisions other people make concerning their lives, they go along with it. Usually, people that are victims have a kind of similar background. Some of them come from a traumatic background. They come from a toxic environment where maybe their parents were kind of forceful, controlling, manipulative, and so in order for them to keep the peace, what they learned as a coping mechanism was for them to just take whatever people give to them, accept whatever treatment is meted out on them, keep quiet and just take whatever comes. That for them was the coping mechanism. That was how they saw that they could keep the peace. They didn't see that rebelling was part of something they could do. Instead, they took whatever came. So because they came from a forceful environment where their father was toxic or their mother was toxic, they felt that they were under these people. So whatever these people gave to them, whatever these people did to them, they accepted it wholeheartedly. They accepted it as their fate. They accepted it as something they could not change, something that they must receive, something they must accept, and something that they must submit to. So, toxic environment, a toxic background is one thing that makes people victims. That is usually a line that runs through the history of many victims today. Another thing is that some people are natural people pleasers. You know, we have all sorts of personalities. We have the alphas, we have the betas. The alphas are those ones who are always in charge, they are always in control. But the betas are people who find it easier for people to tell them what to do. They find it easier to follow people's leads. They don't lead. They are not de facto leaders. They are not leaders automatically, unlike the alphas. The alphas are the ones that lead the pack. Anywhere they go to, their voices are the loudest. They are the ones in charge. They don't need anybody to tell them to take charge. They just automatically take charge because that's who they are. That's what their personality is. But for the betters, those other people who are like the B people, they are not the A's, they are the B people. They are the calmer personalities that follow directions. Those ones wait for somebody to take the lead. Now imagine that somebody is a natural better and a better person. That's BETA. I'm not saying BETTER. Better, alpha and beta. Imagine that somebody is a better person and is a people pleaser. Then somebody comes in and takes charge, and doesn't take charge in a way that is fair, that is nice, that is accommodating, that is respectful, but instead takes charge and starts to run the better person's life, starts to run the life of the people pleaser. Automatically, that people pleaser becomes a victim of that other person who came in to take charge. Sometimes there are situations that some betters create where, because they are very accepted, because they are naturally submissive, because they don't take the lead, because they want to be led, somebody could easily come in, lead them, control them, and actually take over the reins of affairs of the life of the better. That could happen if the better is not taking charge. And because the better is an okay man or an okay woman and like, okay, yes, it's fine, whatever you say goes, that person could come in and just take complete charge of the better's life. So people who are natural people pleasers, people who find it easy to say yes, people who do not lead, are actually some people who are more likely to fall prey or fall victim to others. That is apart from the toxic upbringing or background that I've already mentioned. Now, there are some other people who become victims out of situations, their current situations. In a previous situation, they were fine, they were never victims, but something happened. Somebody came into their life and that person is dominant, that person is controlling, that person is possibly going physical on them. If that person is applying physical force, if that person is doing things to hurt them, if that person is doing things to intimidate them, it is easy for somebody, in order to survive, as a means of survival, to now default into that victim mentality, to now become a victim, because now the person sees that it's a kind of unhealthy situation, it is a toxic environment, and so as a coping mechanism, that person could just decide to bring down all their thoughts, all their emotions, and just take whatever comes. Especially if the situation is one where, okay, it's not always bad, but it's 98% bad, and then the person keeps looking at the glimmer, the 2% glimmer of hope, the 2% good environment where you're like, okay, things are not so bad. It's not always like that. He doesn't always do this. He doesn't always nag. He doesn't always shout. And you're looking at the 2% as the positive part. It is easy for somebody to actually now become a victim because the person is focusing on the 2% as opposed to looking at the 98% and knowing that the 98% is an overwhelming majority of the time that the person spends with this other person who is now making him or her a victim or a prey. So those are some of the things that actually make people victims. Victims are not born. No child is born and called victim. No. Victims are made by situations. Situations create victims. Situations create praise. Situations let people fall into the victim mode and become praise to other people. But one thing I would advise is that in order for you to actually dig deep and understand where your childhood traumas or what is causing this your victim mentality to spring forth, you need to see a therapist. See a trained therapist, because they will be able to dig deeper and understand and actually help you to understand what is making you become a victim. They will make you understand why you are actually playing the victim, and they will help you come up with ways in which you can actually snap out of the victim mode. So see a therapist. That is one thing I will recommend. Now, in layman's terms, let us see how you can stop being a victim. Let me give you practical steps on how to stop being a victim. First and foremost, understand where your trauma is coming from. And like I said, you've got the therapist. The therapist has told you, you've looked at your background together, you've looked at your current situation. So now you understand where your trauma is coming from. Understand where it's coming from, because before you can fix anything, you need to know where the problem started from. You need to know where the problem is stemming from. You need to know the cause of the problem. You can't have a problem and start fixing it from the top. You need to get to the roots. You need to get to the foundation and dig it up completely so that it doesn't spring forth again. So understand where your trauma is coming from. Understand what made you switch into this victim mentality, and then you can start fixing it. You can start tackling it from the root upwards, and not from the top to the bottom, but from the bottom out to the top. The second thing I would advise is that you change your environment. Remember that I said that it is the environment that make people become victims. People are not born and labeled victims. It is the environment that makes them to, either as a protective means, as a means of self-preservation, or because of their personalities, become victims. So change your environment. If there's somebody that has been taking advantage of your being mellow, or somebody has been intimidating you, or somebody has been doing things to put fear in you, it is time for you to leave that environment. There is a saying that you are a human being, you're not a tree, so you can actually get up and move. You don't have to take whatever is being meted out on you. You don't have to take whatever it is that they are giving you. You don't have to keep staying there and taking it. If that environment is not good for you, if somebody in that environment is hurting you, if that environment is detrimental to your growth, your health, your welfare, your well-being, get out of there. Get out of there, go somewhere else physically. And not just going somewhere else physically, cut off those people. It's not just about moving out of that place. It's also about moving away from those people, cutting those people off, and detaching from them completely, so that you rebuild yourself. You rebuild your self-image. You rebuild your mentality. You rebuild your mind. And you rebuild the way you see yourself and how you interact with people. And you have to now be conscious of those people around you. The new people in your new environment, you have to be conscious of them to ensure that you don't fall back into that cycle. The cycle of now being a victim all over again. Make sure that you become more assertive, more outspoken. Say what is on your mind. If somebody is making you feel uncomfortable, if they are trying to dictate to you how to run your life, if they are starting to make rules for how you govern your life, rules for how you live your life, don't even let them go past that first time. Don't let them go past that first time, because if you let them in, they are going to make you switch back into being a victim, and now what you just have is a new bully. What you have is a new master. What you have is somebody else in control of you now in your new environment, and you don't want that to happen. Remember that you came here for a brand new start. Remember that you came here to change things. Remember that you came here to improve things and become a better person. So you must not let what happened before to happen again. Watch out for the signs. Watch out for the triggers. Watch out for those things you used to do, where if somebody suggests something and you have a contrary idea, instead of saying, no, but I think, you just say, it's okay, yes, I agree with you, but you don't agree with the person. Be more vocal. Be more assertive. Say what is on your mind. Voice your opinions. Give yourself this edge. Stop making people trample upon you. Stop being a victim. Stop accepting whatever anybody gives to you because you want to keep the peace. Your peace of mind is more important than keeping the peace. Let me say that again, for good effect, for good measure, for you to understand. Your peace of mind is more important than you keeping the peace. I hope you understood what I said. If they are not happy with you because you said what is on your mind, if they are not happy with you because you did not say, yes, I agree with you, then they are not people you want to keep around you. And remember, you get to choose. I keep saying it on this channel. You get to choose. You can decide who you want to be friends with. You are not compelled to be friends with anybody. If you're uncomfortable with somebody, let them go. Don't even let them into your life. Don't let them into your environment. Stop forcing yourself to accept people that you know are not good for you. If you're uncomfortable with somebody, you get to say, I don't want you in my circle. Sometimes you don't need to say anything. You simply don't call them. You simply don't go around them. You simply don't let them come to your place. You you don't have any interactions with them, so you don't need to say anything. If you're uncomfortable with somebody, you get to decide if you want that person or not. You always have a choice. I will keep saying it here on Inspira Central. You always have a choice. Never ever feel like you don't have a choice, because you always have a choice. Okay? The final tip I will give you is make friends with people who respect your decisions. You know, underneath all this victim prey mentality is the fact that you do not believe in yourself. Is the fact that you have this low self-esteem. So if you see people that actually respect you, even though you are mellow, even though you are not very assertive, but whatever you say counts. They let you make your decisions. They let you choose. They respect your decisions. Keep those people close. Those are people that you want around you. Also, be around people who are more assertive, because their assertiveness will rub off on you. They will show you how to make better decisions and stick to your decisions without being worried about what other people think about you or how other people will feel because you said what is on your mind. Mingle with people who respect you. Mingle with people who see you as an equal. Don't ever go back to hanging out with people who do not respect you or who see you as an inferior or somebody who is beneath them. Hang out with people who respect you, people who see you as an equal, and people who allow you be yourself without forcing you, intimidating you, or trying to control you. I have many more tips on a blog post that I wrote in my blog. You can check out the link here. The link is here in the description of this video. Go check it out, read it, and find out many more ways in which you can stop being a victim. Those tips will be very helpful to you. Ensure that you read the article. Alright, I hope that this video has inspired you, and I hope it will help you switch out of the victim mentality to becoming in total control and in charge of your life and your own decisions. I hope this video has inspired you to do better and to become better and to actually become fearless and more assertive. If this video has inspired you, if you have got great insights on this video, please tell me in the comments section. Also, if you enjoyed watching this video and you would like to see more of such videos, please subscribe to this channel. Simply click the subscribe button and get subscribed to this channel today. It is completely free of charge. Also, do not forget to click the notification button so you'll be notified as soon as I update. Please like and share my videos. Thank you very much for watching this video to the very end. I hope you keep watching my videos. I have many inspirational videos, relationship tips here. I also have videos that will help you on self-development and becoming a much better person. Some are here in the playlist. Watch the videos here in this playlist, as well as other playlists and other videos here on my channel. Don't forget to be an inspiration. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Please subscribe, click the notification button, like this channel, share our videos, and follow us on social media. Thank you very much.
Inspira Central. Inspira Central.